All right, hey, it's Mr. Ghere. We're going to try this different this week, so I'm going to have you watch this video, and then we'll get on our classroom or our Google whatever Hangout, and then we'll talk about it. So let me just go through this, and I'll do 3 or 4 examples. Watch this, and then it'll be easier, I think, when we come together, and then we're not fighting, not being able to hear me and things like that. So when we were in class, we said if we have an exponential function like f of x equals e to the x. If we want to take the derivative of that, the derivative of e to the x was e to the x. Okay, so this is going to be one of the easier lessons we do this year, or this unit. All right, if I had f of x equals e to the 2x plus 5 power. When we said you take the derivative of that, f prime of x would have been e to the 2x plus 5 times the derivative of the power, which was 2. Okay, so those are things that we learned before we left together. So f of x equals e to the sine of x. All right, then the derivative is going to be e to the sine of x. So e to the stuff times the derivative of the stuff. The derivative of sine of x is cosine of x. Okay, and that's what we did a couple months ago. Okay, so we're going to integrate. So today we're going to go backwards, just like we did last week with natural logs. Okay, so you're going to start off, and like I said, this is all pattern recognition, and it's going to be, not too bad at all, I don't think. So if I have the integration of e to the x dx, so again, we're thinking, what do I take the derivative of to get that? My answer would just be e to the x plus c. And that's it. That's done. Okay, so that's the most basic one. All right, if I have the integration of e to the x squared plus 5x times 2x plus 5 dx. Okay, so I look at this, and again, it's pattern. If it's e to a power, if the derivative of the power is here, then we're ready to go. All we do for our answer is it's just this part right here. So it's going to be e to the x squared plus 5x plus c. So if we took the derivative of the red, we would get that. All right, so these, like I said, these are going to be maybe some of the easier, maybe one of the easiest things we've done all year. If the derivative of this power is down here, then your answer is just e to that power. So let's do another one of those. Let's say we've got the integration of e to the tangent of x times secant squared of x. Well, the derivative of tangent is secant squared, so we're ready to go. Our answer is just going to be e to the power plus c, and that's it. Okay, so those are the basic ones, and they really don't get much tougher than that. The only one that maybe would be a little bit more difficult than that would be something like this. If I had e to the x squared plus 4x times x plus 2 dx. Okay, and so if I look at that, and I say, all right, that's an exponential function. Well, what's the derivative of the power? Well, the derivative of the power, this thing, would be 2x plus 4. So if this were 2x plus 4, we would be ready to go. All right, well, we can make it that really easily by just doubling this. And if we double that, we need a 1/2 out front. So just like with the natural logs, and just with some other things we've done, this 1/2 is going to come along for the ride. This 2 makes this the derivative of that, so we ignore it. So it would be 1/2 of e to the power we started with plus c. And that would be our answer. Okay? And then one last problem. All right, would be the integration of e to the cosine of x times sine of x dx. Okay, so if I have that one, well, again, it's e to a power times something. Well, if the derivative of the power is there, then we're good to go. We're really close on this one. The derivative of cosine is negative sine. So if I wanted to make this a negative sign, I can multiply by -1 here. But if I multiply by -1 there, I need a -1 out front. Again, this one comes along with the answer. Now the derivative of e, the cosine of x, is negative sine of x. So I'm just going to bring that along, e cosine of x, and then plus c. And that's your answer. Okay, so that's quick 5-minute video. I'll send you a link now that we can get on and do our Google chat and talk about these, and I can give you a couple little quick assessments. So thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you in a few minutes. Thanks, guys.